Today I'm going to take you through how to manage appointment booking through the Qudini app. So first of all, I'm going to go to app.qudini.com if I'm using a desktop browser. If I'm using the mobile app on an Android device or an iOS device, I just need to open up the Qudini Store Team app. And then just, if you're using the desktop, use app.qudini.com and note the spelling is Qudini.com. I'm just going to log in using my credentials. If these haven't been provided to you, an admin can set you up. So the first thing I notice is I've got a list of customers on the left-hand side, and then on the right-hand side, a list of advisors. If I want to make more advisors visible on the right-hand side, I can either set them to be always available in the settings, or I can set their shifts up for today, and then they won't appear for the following day. So I go to set availability, and then I can choose who's available, and click save. If there's a specific desk location, you can trigger that here by setting them as numbers or text characters. So the two appointments that we have, we can see the start time on the left-hand side of the customer tile. We've got Theo, who is due to start at 5 p.m. and the product that he's chosen when he booked the appointment is a product 1. And then Marcus at 6 p.m. and that is product 2. The action options that we see here is we can serve the appointment to start the interaction, we can mark the appointment as arrived, or we can cancel the appointment if needed. You'll be prompted to confirm whether or not you actually mean to cancel when you click on this option. The icon on the right hand side indicates that a customer has provided a phone number. This is useful if you need to know whether or not a customer is callable, and therefore you can call a customer if they're running late for their appointment or if there's anything you need to get in contact with them about. And then if a customer has provided some additional information, you'll see this checkbox just here to indicate that a customer has filled out more information that was required for their appointment. I can create an appointment within the system. Rather than having to direct a customer to the online booking tool, you can create an appointment within the application. I'll do that here. Please note, on the iOS or Android app, the plus calendar icon is in the top right hand corner that does the same thing as this green create booking button. Choose a product. If you don't see this page, this may be because if there's only one product, it may bypass this page. I click next, choose a slot. There's no availability on Thursday, so I will skip this page. And then Friday, I can choose sometime in the afternoon. I can pre-assign an appointment as well if I know which advisor this person should speak to, including myself. The filters that we have at the top, so we can change the product that the customer has selected or that I've selected for the customer. I can change the duration if I know the appointment needs to be longer or shorter. And then I can also filter which availability I want to look at. So if I only need to see my availability, I can click on the filter here and then choose a slot and pre-assign it to myself again. And then click next. Then just take the customer's details. Any notes about the customer or about the appointment, so you could say wants to discuss X and then click next. Finally, there's some additional information that can be answered, and these will appear on the customer tile during the appointment. And then if I'm in front of the customer before I actually click create booking, I may turn the tablet around or turn the screen around and just confirm that I've got the customer's details correct. There we go, and that appointment will be created. To find that appointment, if it's not for today, I can scroll through to another day by clicking on the arrows left and right here. And then you'll see any appointments. I can also pre-assign appointments in days, in future days, if that helps me to be organized for the future. And then I'll click on the calendar option here and click back to today. So when an appointment or a customer has arrived for their appointment, I would mark them as arrived. And you'll see they get this arrived icon just here. The action button then changes to be a timer, and this is the timestamp of when a customer was marked as arrived. And then to start the interaction, all I do is click serve. Before I do that, I'm just going to show you what appears in the customer details section. So I'll click on Theo. I can see the same cancellation option. Please note on an iOS or Android device, this may be at the bottom of the screen. I can assign the appointment to someone if I know which person they'd like to speak to after they've arrived. I can discuss this with them. I can see further information about their profile, their history, any messages that were sent to them. There's an audit log, which displays any information such as if the advisor changed or the product changed for the customer booking. And then lastly, any questions that were answered in the process of creating or whilst they waited for their appointment. I can also edit this by clicking the edit option. Then we have the same options down here. We can mark a customer as a no-show. We can transfer this to another queue or another calendar. And then I can reschedule the appointment if the customer requires it. Lastly, there's the cancellation option up here. This will trigger a cancellation email to the customer. I can update the advisor, and then I can click serve when I'm ready to have the interaction with the appointment. But right now I'll close that down and just show you the serve button up here. So because this appointment is already assigned, when I click serve, it'll just move over from the left-hand side over to where Fraser is on the right. However, I don't always have to assign an appointment beforehand. I can do that at the point of serving the appointment. So I'll click on serve. It will bring up an option of who to assign it to, and then I click serve. At the end of an interaction or an end of the appointment, I can click finish. I can book a follow-up, transfer to a queue if you have multiple queues, and then click finish. Lastly, I may be prompted to record some outcomes, so things like how the sale went, or if I needed to request a manager. There are certain outcomes that may be configured depending on the environment that you have. Click continue, and now Fraser is free again to serve another customer.